Got great ideas, but no idea how to build a website? Get Bluehost. Their AI design tool creates high-quality WordPress sites super fast. Whether you're a blogger, influencer, or launching a side hustle, Bluehost helps boost your growth with built-in marketing and e-commerce tools. Upgrade to cloud to get 100% uptime and 24/7 security to stay online all the time. Why wait? You've got the vision. Make it real. Visit Bluehost.com to get started.
A program transcribed earlier from Mutual.
Who knows what evil lurks in the hearts of men? The shadow knows.
Once again, the Mutual Broadcasting System brings you the thrilling adventures of the Shadow, the hard and relentless fight of one man against the forces of evil. These dramatizations are designed to demonstrate forcibly to old and young alike that crime does not pay. Are you interested in engineering, electronics, ship design, travel, and a steady job? If you are a young man between the ages of 17 and 22, you may qualify for a 4-year college education and a career of public service in the United States Coast Guard. This oldest branch of the seagoing services maintains an academy at New London, Connecticut, for the professional training of its future officers. Applicants selected for the Coast Guard Academy by nationwide examinations begin their training each year late in July. Applications for this year's convening class must be postmarked not later than April 1st, and entrance examinations are held on May 8th. For complete information, write to the Superintendent, U.S. Coast Guard Academy, New London, Connecticut, or visit your nearest Coast Guard recruiting station today. And now, The Shadow.
The Shadow, who aids the forces of law and order, is in reality Lamont Cranston, wealthy young man about town. Years ago on the Orient, Cranston learned a strange and mysterious secret, the hypnotic power to cloud men's minds so they cannot see him. Cranston's friend and companion, the lovely Margot Lane, is the only person who knows to whom the voice of the invisible shadow belongs. Today's drama, The Dreams of Death. A vast, treeless plain, a towering castle-like structure standing in the middle of it. This is the country home of the fabulous Countess Richelieu, and Lamont and Margot are among the weekend house guests of the Countess. It's 6 a.m., and the storm that has been gathering force since midnight suddenly breaks loose with a fury that is frightening.
Please wake up, please. Please open the door.
Huh? Oh, who is it?
It's Margot. I must talk to you. Please, please.
Just a minute. I'll get my robe on.
Oh, hurry, hurry.
What's the matter?
Lamont, I killed her.
What are you talking about?
I stabbed her in the chest with an arrow. She's in the library now, dead.
Who's dead? What are you talking
The
about?
Countess, I killed her.
You killed her? When?
I don't know, darling. Sometime during the night, I guess. I thought I was dreaming, but I...
Margot, listen, I'm afraid the storm, the fight you had with the Countess last night has upset you just a little bit
It
too much.
upset me plenty, but
I
that
know,
was...
I know. Accusing you of trying to steal her boyfriend, Larry. Honey, that was 7 hours ago. Couldn't you wait till after breakfast to tell me about your dream?
But I can't be sure it was a dream. It was so vivid, so real, Lamont. I can still see her standing there insulting me. I tried to keep my temper, but before I knew it, I grabbed one of the Inca arrows off the wall, dipped the point into a bottle of curare,
And plunged the whole business into her chest. And where did you get the curare?
I don't know, darling. I just know I had it, that's all.
You mean you didn't hop down to South America? You can do that in a dream, you know.
I'm not fooling you, no. I'm really worried.
Well, if you were anybody else, I'd give you a good spanking and send you back to nursery school. Come on, we'll go down to the library. And then, if you don't mind, I'll get Dr. Burgess to give you a sleeping pill so I can get some sleep.
All right, please.
Dreams. Why can't people have more of the right kind? They'd sleep later. Ouch!
What's the matter?
Nothing. You just dug your nails into my arm.
I'm sorry.
So's my arm. Must you be so nervous?
I can't help it. How would you feel if you thought you killed somebody?
Well, that's a good question. Stop biting a hole in your lip.
Okay. Here's the library. You want me to go in with you?
Oh, why not? It was your dream.
The lights are on.
Well, it's very careless of somebody, but then the Countess pays the bill.
Oh,
What now, darling?
look, Lamont. There's an arrow missing from the wall.
Maybe you'd better go back upstairs.
Why?
Because I want you to. Isn't that a good reason?
What's behind the sofa? What are you looking at?
Go upstairs. Don't come over here.
Oh,
I told you not to.
oh, Lamont.
Please. Go into your room, darling, and stay there. I'll go back downstairs. Maybe I'll find something that'll give me a lead.
How could I have done it? How could I have
And
done
we
it?
don't know that you did.
It was just like the dream, the arrow in the Countess's
A
chest.
trick of the mind. Margot, it's happened before. People have dreamed of events miles away that happened to people they never knew, never heard of.
Oh, Lamont, don't. Just don't. I killed her, you know it.
Now, don't broadcast.
You do agree with me, though, don't
No. Now, please go into your room and let me get started on this case.
you? No. I know I'm guilty, so I might just as well...
Where are you going?
To the police. Give myself up.
Not if I can help it. Will you go into your room?
Please, darling, let me do what I think is
I
right.
have to get rough with you?
Well, what good will that do? Sooner or later, I'll get away, you know that.
And that, too, is
Oh.
false, my dear.
Damon, what are you doing up at this hour?
It is not the destiny of Herodotus to get away, or to give herself up to the miserable justice of men.
What kind of double talk is this?
Oh, Herodotus, princess of Cyprus, who died by her own hand 2,000 years ago. I worship you now as I worshiped you then.
Now, wait a minute. In case you haven't got the sand out of your eyes yet, this is Margot Lane you're bowing to.
You're wrong, Mr. Cranston. This is the reincarnated spirit of Herodotus. And I am still the unrequited lover, still waiting for the fulfillment of destiny.
Well, you'd better wait somewhere else. We've got problems of our own.
Will the cycle never end? For 2,000 years it has been going on and on. First the enemy, then the friend, and finally the loved one. The enemy is dead.
What's that?
The destiny of Herodotus, to kill 3.
Oh, no.
It was so in the beginning, and it has been so with each incarnation. And it will be so again.
So you know about the Countess.
Of course. It is only the first. There will be 2 more murders, Mr. Cranston. 2 more. Including yours.
Well, Dr. Burgess?
I'd say she's been dead about 2 hours, Mr. Cranston.
Means she was killed about 5:15.
Yes.
It was 6 o'clock when Margot woke me up and told me about that dream.
Cranston, I've been a psychoanalyst for many years, and I've analyzed many dreams. Countess, rest her soul, it's a fantastic one. It was neurotic. This dream of Miss Lane's, this detailed reproduction by the subconscious of a murder that was taking place in this room, that, Mr. Cranston, I must say, is very strange.
You think it wasn't a dream?
Must have been. Miss Lane is too well balanced to commit murder, no matter what the provocation might be.
Certainly being accused by the Countess of making overtures to Larry was no provocation.
Frantically jealous woman, the Countess.
But, Doctor, in Margot's dream, there was curare on the arrow. Is there?
I don't know. But it was a poison of some kind that killed the Countess. It definitely was not the arrow.
Are you sure?
Of course. Look at the arrowhead. It didn't penetrate deeply enough to touch a vital organ.
So it is poison. But whether it's curare or not, we'll have to wait. What was that? That room over there.
Help me, please. He's choking me.
Stop it, Larry.
Pull me up, will you?
Stop it.
How do you like this, you let go of him, Larry. I said let go of him.
Oh, thank you. Thank you.
I'll get you later, Damon, when the Marines are out to lunch. Let go of me, Cranston.
All right. Now, what brought on the mayhem, Larry?
Blackmail. It was only a suggestion, Mr. Cranston. Shut up before I pull you apart.
Easy, boy. One murder is plenty. What about the blackmail?
Last night, after you all turned in, the Countess and I had a battle of our own.
Really?
Yeah, but don't get the idea I killed her. Because I didn't.
What was the battle about, Larry?
Margot. I told the Countess I was through with her. She called him a thief. Shut up, Damon.
Is that right, Larry?
That's right, Lamont. crazy dame accused me of forging her name to checks. $90,000 worth.
Did you? Do you think I did? If the Countess weren't dead, I'd say no.
You can still say no. But that beady-eyed faker was listening at the keyhole. He overheard the Countess calling me a crook. The first thing this morning, he was making me an offer. That jerk was telling me what it would cost to keep his mouth shut.
Cranston, this is a most startling development. I think it's about time the police were called, don't you?
Definitely. Dr. Burgess, will you take care of it?
You want to know what I think, Lamont? That Swami killed her. The destiny of Herodita. 3 must die.
No answer. Line seems to be out of order.
Storm.
May I borrow your car, Mr. Cranston? I'll go into town and fetch it.
Oh, it's a good idea. Here's the keys.
Thank you. I shouldn't be longer than an hour. I'll drive quickly.
Well, gentlemen.
Where are you going, Damon?
Upstairs to my room. Is it permissible? Let him go, Lamont. I want to show you something.
All right, Damon, but don't try to leave the house.
Leave this palace, my friend. Leave Herodita. I have been wanderer for 2,000 years. I'm tired. One phony I could kill and love it.
You wanted to show me something, Larry.
Oh, yes, the checks the Countess claims I forged.
Where did you get them?
She got mad and threw them at me. Look, they're all made out to cash.
Naturally.
Yeah, but that's not all. There's something else I want you to see.
What?
It's right behind you. On the desk.
Well, I don't see anything.
Oh? Now you do. Pleasant dreams, pal.
Oh, the gods speak with the fury of thunder, Herodita.
What? But Damon.
Man doesn't understand. But we who've lived before, who've died only to be born again.
What are you doing in my room?
I came to guard you while you slept.
Well, please go.
It is the will of the gods that I stay. Your destiny, Herodita, must be fulfilled again.
Will you please stop talking about my destiny? What do you want?
You. 4 times since the age of Pericles, you denied me. Each time you killed 3 and then yourself. You will kill 3 again, but not yourself. I will save you this time, Herodita.
I don't want to be saved.
You must be. I cannot travel the endless road. Another reincarnation and I may not find you again. Herodita, do you know what that means?
I'm tired, Damon. Can't we talk about it some other time?
There is no other time. Oh. The gods are angry. I have spoken too much. Goodbye, Herodita. The enemy is gone. Next will be the friend. The friend, oh child of destiny. The friend.
Come in, friend.
Hello, Margot.
Larry. I was just thinking of you.
Yes. That's why I came.
Come closer. You are my friend.
I know.
I've got to kill you. Do you mind?
Not at all. I want to be killed by a friend.
Hand me that arrow from the table.
It's a beautiful arrow. Real Inca. Take care of you. Don't break it.
I'll take care. Where's the curare?
I have it.
Good. Hold it tightly while I dip the arrowhead into the bottle.
Like this?
Yes. Now. But wait, Larry.
Don't change your mind.
I won't. But we're friends. And friends ought to dance before death. Shall we?
Of course. You be the music.
All right. Once around the room. Go into the closet, Larry.
It's good to be killed by a flame. Plunge the arrow right here into my heart.
Yes.
Do it again.
All right.
Again, Margot. It tickles.
I'm so glad you like it.
Don't stop. Don't stop, Margot.
This is fun, Larry. This is fun.
Margot. Darling, wake up. Wake up. Margot.
Oh, Lamont. It was so funny. I was stabbing him with the arrow, and he said it tickled.
He said, what are you talking about?
Larry, I killed him, and he said... Come on. I did it. I did it again. Then,
You what?
I killed Larry, I tell you. He's in that closet.
Oh, he is. Well, just for your information, Larry socked me on the head in the library. If he's anywhere, he's miles away from here
He's
right
in
now.
that closet, Lamont. Open the door.
Darling, you're becoming a case. I'm going to ask Dr. Burgess to
Now,
psychoanalyze
wait.
you.
If Larry isn't in that closet, I'll do anything you say, but if he is...
He isn't. I'm going to prove it to you.
We return to the shadow in just a moment. Millions of people are still buying bonds through the payroll savings plan. The payroll savings plan is being continued by your government at the request of both labor and management. Here is the easy way to save, to provide that substantial nest egg for the future, and to make money at the same time. For U.S. savings bonds, pay $4 at maturity 10 years from now for every $3 invested today. Enroll on the payroll savings plan and start saving so that you can own your own home or provide a college education for your children or have the means to go into business someday. And if you don't work in a plant where the payroll savings plan is in effect, make it a weekly habit to visit your bank or post office. You can always buy U.S. savings bonds at either place. Buy them and hold them for your own future. Now, back to the shadow.
It's a few minutes later, and on the floor of Margot's room is Larry's body with an arrow in his chest.
Darling, tell me everything that happened.
I did, Lamont. Larry came in here. We talked about killing him. We danced, and then I killed him.
In a dream?
Lamont, what's happening to me? This is the second time. First the Countess and now Larry. Did I kill him or didn't I?
You couldn't have.
But how could Larry have gotten in here in my closet? How did I know the Countess was in the library? How did I know they'd both been murdered by arrows dipped in curare?
Please, darling, there's no proof of curare.
There will be, Lamont. No, Steve. Everything else has come out just as I told you it would. Darling, I've got to know if I killed him or not.
I say you didn't.
I want to believe you, but I can't.
And that's as it should
Oh,
be.
Damon, what do you want?
Believe only in the gods, Herodotus. They know the truth. And what they know, no mortal man will believe.
What do they know about murder, Damon?
The wisdom of Athene, the power of Zeus, the glory of Apollo. All things are ruled by them. The destiny that compels one to kill and another to die.
Please get him out of here.
Once more, the enemy and the friend are dead. And once more, the loved one will die. The destiny of Herodotus.
Lamont. He was here before the dream.
Here?
All right, Damon. From now on, you're going light on the mysticism and heavy on the facts. I want them in chronological order.
Facts are in the dead ones, Mr. Cranston.
No more hokum, Damon. Back.
Once I was tortured by Torquemada. He did not believe, and the truth was all around
I have to push your face in.
That is for you to decide.
Right.
Mr. Cranston.
Up here, Dr. Burgess. Well, Damon, the police are here. I'll keep your story clean and down to earth. They'll have a lot more consideration for you.
I had to turn back. The bridge was washed out.
What?
The storm must have been worse than we... Good heavens. What happened?
Larry.
Say, Mr. Countess. No. This arrow penetrated the heart.
Then it wasn't curare.
I don't think so.
That's something. Wait a minute. He's got something clenched in his hand. The bottle.
That's curare.
Don't jump to conclusions, darling. I got a grip on it. I can't open his hand.
I'm afraid you won't be able to do so without breaking the bones, Mr. Cranston.
You mean rigor mortis is setting?
Precisely.
But look closely, Mr. Cranston. Soon rigor mortis will set into you. The loved one is next in the order of things.
the loved one is you.
Well, what do you know? It's ingenious. Margot, darling, I've got good news. I was just checking these books, and I found some interesting things.
First the enemy, then the friend,
Oh.
and now the loved one.
Put that arrow down.
The will of the gods. The loved one must die.
Look out, that tip is loaded with curare. One scratch. Give me that arrow.
The cycle must be completed. Destiny must not be
Margot,
denied.
snap out of it.
You can't get away. You've got to die.
Darling, this arrow scratches either of us.
You've got
Darling,
to
I
die.
have to get rough. This is one-time destiny. Gets a kick in the pants.
You've
Now, drop
got
it.
to die.
Drop it.
Lamont, you're breaking my arm.
Darling, you almost broke my heart.
What? Oh, darling, darling, you're alive. You're alive. I was dreaming that I killed you.
Margot, who did you see before you came down here?
Well, Damon, No, Dr. Burgess. I don't remember.
But you saw one of them, didn't you?
I don't know. I can't remember. Just a dream.
It doesn't matter. I think I've got all I need now to crack this case.
Really?
This medical book gave it to me. Margot, how would you like to meet the murderer who's been giving you bad dreams?
Oh, need I say I'd love to.
All right, but you've got to help. Darling, this is what I want you to do.
Herodotus.
I killed him, Damon.
The loved one.
Yes. He's lying there in the garden.
I must see.
The window of your room, Damon.
Good. Come with me. Your hand, please.
I won't leave you. Look out of the window.
Yes. Yes. The cycle is finished. Now you will marry me, Herodotus.
I can't.
You must. Only marriage can save you from destruction.
I must die, Damon. That's my destiny. 4 times I have killed 3, and then myself. Now...
Will you take poison again?
Yes.
Can I do nothing to stop you? Must I always look on while you kill and die? Herodotus, listen to me.
Lane, are you all right?
Dr. Burgess,
I was in the town. I heard you screaming. Where's Mr. Cranston?
lying in the garden with an arrow in his back.
What? Look for yourself. The window.
Who did this terrible thing?
Destiny?
Damon. Then you killed the Countess and Larry, too.
No. It was she, Herodotus. Obeying the will of the gods.
That's not true, Damon.
What? Who spoke? Hermes, the messenger of the gods. He's here.
Why are you trembling, Damon? Are you afraid?
Not for myself, no. But for Herodotus.
Why?
Never before have the gods sent you, Hermes, to punish her for her crimes.
You'd like me to think she committed them, wouldn't you, Damon?
The truth is written in the ages. It has been her destiny
And yours?
to follow and to be useless.
Well, you've come to the end of the trail.
I? No, Hermes.
Miss Lane is innocent. Therefore, someone else must be guilty.
Not I. I've killed no one. I'm innocent, too.
You hear that, Dr. Burgess? That leaves only you.
Well, are you going to take the word of a lunatic?
I have no other word, Doctor. If I may call you that for the last time.
What?
Does that startle you, Mr. Burgess?
I don't know what you're talking about.
Let me refresh your memory. Fred Burgess, master hypnotist. And you see those placards pasted outside the vaudeville theaters 14 years ago? That was you, Burgess, before you decided to become a phony doctor and psychoanalyst.
You're mad, whoever you are.
Don't lie to the Shadow, Burgess. He knows all about you.
The shadow.
Shall we have more of the truth now? You hypnotized the Countess while you were a psychoanalyst. Ordered her to sign her name to checks amounting to $90,000.
That's not the truth.
But last night, when you heard the Countess accuse Larry of forgery, you became frightened. You were afraid she'd find out how those checks came to be written, so you killed her.
No.
Then you arranged for Miss Lane to take the blame. You hypnotized her, too, and told her what to think. It was easy, Mr. Burgess, wasn't it? Miss Lane regarded you as a sympathetic friend.
I'm not going to stay here to be slandered by you.
Grab him, Damon.
As the gods direct, so I do.
Let me go! Let me go!
Not so rough, Damon. Let's give him a fair trial before he becomes a corpse.
Lamont, that jury's been out too long. I'm worried.
So am I, darling. There might be a disagreement.
Or an acquittal.
One of the disadvantages of being the Shadow is you can't tell a courtroom what you know.
Well, there are still a couple of things that I don't know.
What, Doll?
Damon, for example.
Crackpot. In this case, he was a very useful crackpot to Burgess. All that talk about you being the reincarnation of Herodotus gave Burgess what he considered a great idea.
To frame me, huh?
Yeah. He already had you framed for the murder of the Countess. You were confessing all over the place.
Wasn't I just? I'll never forgive myself for trying to kill you, though.
Well, actually, you wouldn't have gone through with it. A hypnotist can't force anyone to commit murder.
But, Lamont, how did you know he wasn't a doctor?
Remember how we couldn't get that bottle of Terali out of Larry's hand?
Mm-hmm. Burgess said rigor mortis had set in.
Well, just between you and me, it couldn't have been.
Why not?
Because Larry wasn't dead long enough. He was very much alive half an hour before when he socked me on the head. Rigor mortis takes at least 6 hours to set in.
Oh.
A real doctor would have known it. You see, Larry was hypnotized before he was killed.
Oh, now, darling, how could you possibly know that?
Well, what happens to a hypnotized person?
Well, he goes to sleep.
No. I mean, what happens to his body?
It becomes rigid.
Of course. It stays that way after death. It doesn't relax as other bodies do before rigor mortis sets in. The jury's coming in.
Lamont, if they find that man inquired, I'll lose all my faith in justice.
Gentlemen of the jury, have you agreed upon a verdict? We have, Your Honor. The prisoner will stand and rise and face the jury. Gentlemen of the jury, I'll find you. We find the defendant, Frederick Burgess, guilty as charged. Bailiff, bring the prisoner to the bar. Frederick Burgess, you have been found guilty of the crime of murder in the first degree. It is the sentence of this court that you be put into the custody of the sheriff of this county and by him delivered to the custody of the warden of state prison, where during the week of June 6th, you shall be put to death in the manner prescribed by the laws of this state. And may God have mercy on your soul.
No, dear, no.
Take him away.
Have you ever thought about the day when you will own your own home or start your own business? Have you given thought to how best to provide a college education for your children? There is one easy answer. That's to buy U.S. savings bonds. These are the same bonds you bought during the war. The only difference is in their name. Instead of war bonds, the Treasury Department calls them U.S. savings bonds. They pay the same rate of interest. You receive $4 at maturity for every $3 invested today. And in case of emergency, U.S. savings bonds can be readily and easily redeemed. U.S. savings bonds, like war bonds, can be bought on the payroll savings plan or at any bank or post office. They're the same bonds you prize so because of their high rate of return, their easy conversion to cash if needed, and their guaranteed safety. Yes, the best investment in the world today, the best investment for your own future, is U.S. savings bonds. Buy them and hold them. And now here's the Shadow again.
The Shadow program is based on a story copyrighted by Street and Smith Publications. The characters, names, places, and plot are fictitious. Any similarity to persons living or dead is purely coincidental. Again, next week, The Shadow will demonstrate that
The weed of crime bears bitter fruit. Crime does not pay. The shadow knows.
Next week, same time, same station, the Mutual Broadcasting System will bring you another strange and thrilling adventure in the Shadow's daring battle against the forces of evil. Be sure to listen. This is the Mutual Don Lee Broadcasting System.